breathing exercises and more.
Breathing exercises.
Yeah, organic candy. I look like a crack addict.
That's the first thing you want them to hear.
Oh, you turned it on?
Yeah, it's on. Hey, can you share this to the Facebook group?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start sharing it. What's up, guys? We're going to be talking about a couple cool things if you're watching this later. We're waiting on...
Oh, my pinky.
I'm trying to talk to the internet.
I'm sorry you like broke it.
But yeah, so we're going to be talking about a new tourniquet, some EDC flashlights, and I plan on doing videos on all of them in the future. Hello, baby. But yeah, couple cool lights that I always recommend. And this way too, I can always have people reference this video whenever I talk about flashlights in class, because it's something I always want to talk about, but I can't have it taking a bunch of time up in my actual classes because we got drills and stuff to do. But anyways, how's everyone doing? What's up, Max? Good to see you, man. I still have to watch your videos. I'm sorry. I've been fucking busy. Max's Path. If you're watching this now or in the future, go subscribe to him. Watch his channel. He has great insight, and his year reviews and the way he sets up shit is especially awesome. Yeah, I know. He's calling me a lazy shit. Dude, you have no idea. I have to help someone build a website. I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up on orders because those people gave me money. That's the first thing I'm trying to do is make sure that they are well taken care of. Will you share it to the Facebook group?
I'm working on it, but Scarlett keeps touching my phone.
Yeah, listen to me.
Okay, but I don't have a diaper on her.
What? All right, you can hold it.
She's having freedom time.
Freedom time. Max says he understands. Good. I am definitely looking forward to Prepared Patriot going up there. Was that we're going to be there, I believe, the 20th through the 22nd at Prepared Patriot up in North Carolina.
What? You are? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She doesn't pay attention. When are you getting in? What do you mean? When am I getting in there? I don't know. I probably get in there a day earlier or so. That way, settle in before everything starts.
No, they sent you a thing. I see all. Okay, I'm logged into his business Instagram, so I get all the.
Because she
I'm
is
crazy
jealous.
And I want to see everything for you. No, I'm okay. Okay, I make posts for him sometimes. Anyway, Patrick, I think it was Patrick who texted you. He said that he asked if you could get it on Friday to be there for a practice.
Yeah, that okay.
I don't know if you ever got
Friday.
That.
I thought it was the 20th. I was reading through the messages earlier.
Okay, I don't really know.
But
you gotta look at that.
Yeah, we'll be getting in there in a timely manner. I set it up my schedule so that I wouldn't have to do shit. Of course, now Julie's gonna ask me to RSO that weekend, and I'm gonna have to tell her no because she keeps asking when I got something else like planned months ahead.
Yeah, right.
And it only happens on those days. I'm going to wind up getting in the morning of the 18th, but I have a shit ton of videos planned. Right on. What videos are you planning on doing? We'll get this shared out on the Combat Art Training page.
I put it on the alumni group.
Thank you. I need to make more Instagram posts. Hey, we're getting we got some more people following us on Facebook and Instagram. I haven't really been doing much on those. All right. So, let me hit my vape more. Something that's not good to do before practicing tourniquets is ingesting a ton of caffeine and smoking cigarettes, but the vape makes it a lot easier. Well, you will feel it in your heart a little bit if you chain smoke and drink 2 bangs before practicing tourniquets. anyways, so Omna Inc. Tourniquet. I believe it's Omna Inc. But yeah, the maritime tourniquet from Omna. Jerry at Tactical Response showed me this, and he was talking about how he was excited about it. I am too. There is a ratchet style tourniquet. There is a TCCC approved ratchet style that I don't like because it has like a bite strap, so you have to keep your head down and you have to use your mouth on it. This is kind of like a mix between a ratchet style tourniquet and a cat with the Velcro, but it's also wider. Max said 100-yard shot into gel with a bunch of different loads with Midwest Industry 18-inch interview with me. Looking forward to that. The Prepared Patriot guys. Weapons Junkie. Oh, cool. I get to meet Weapons Junkie. I got to go back and watch more of this stuff. I haven't been watching much YouTube lately. The only thing I don't like about that is the ratchet is being pulled the wrong way. Is it? I didn't really think about that. Frank, what's up, Richard? How you doing, man? Looking forward to seeing you there in North Carolina also. But anyways, so yeah, the Omna Inc. Marine tourniquet. Now, like I said, there's a TCCC approved ratchet one. I don't personally really care about the TCCC thing. Is it good that it's out there? Yeah, but they've also approved some really stupid tourniquets in the past, and even some of the ones that they currently have, I think, are pretty lame. Like, if someone says like, oh, they're good for applying to someone else, but not so much to yourself, you probably shouldn't own that tourniquet. Like, yeah, figure out how to use it, in case you ever needed to use it, but like the soft tees and stuff like that, not really a fan. But anyways, we're talking about this. And just because it's not TCCC approved doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Okay. And doctors used to recommend Camel cigarettes too, so keep that in mind. And they didn't want us using tourniquets for the longest time anyways. But so it's got opposing Velcro. Okay. Like 2 inches wide, and it has a ratchet. And it does compress down pretty small. I'm not saying I recommend it for your children, but just to kind of show you, that's as small as it can get. So, you can get smaller by ratcheting it, but I mean, I'd want to have this part against the arteries anyways, but it gets decently small. I don't know. I haven't done a ton with it yet, but for using it on myself, I do like it. Like I said, especially for the fact that it has the opposing Velcro. So like a cat tourniquet has. So let's see, how was I staging this before? I've pretty much just been practicing myself with it, but calm down, baby. Open it up, and same thing as with a cat or a rat's, red towards your heart. Okay, so the red loop right there on the end. Open up, red towards my heart. Hold it up, pull it tight, position it correctly, pull tight, and Velcro it down. And then I just ratchet it tight. I suppose I'm sort of cheating because I can see myself on the screen. Should be able to do this with your head up, not looking at. Wrap that around, and it's done, right? Very simple, very easy. Baby, take it off. Now, the reason why I'm having her take it off is so I don't get in the habit of putting it on myself and going, ow, that hurts, and then taking it off. So doing it with your head up and not taking it off immediately, that's like the tactical response way, and I like it. I like the way they teach that. Should be pulled toward you, not away, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the correct way to do it. So pulling, whenever you apply a tourniquet, pull it towards you, okay? Because you're stronger pulling towards you, right? So that's why I think red towards my heart. Same thing with the rats, the red is towards my heart. If I'm putting it on someone else, red is towards my heart. And with a cat also. Right now, resetting it. So the thing is back there. I just kind of got pulled on the back and on the front. So I hold it like that and I pull it down the strip, the ladder lock thing, and then I reset the tourniquet. So pretty easy to reset too. It does have a plastic buckle, but I'm gonna see if I wear it out or not. I'm gonna use it a bunch. I'm gonna let people use it in class. I think it's one to definitely just buy a few, check it out. If you like it, buy more. I checked the price; they're $30 right now, and the link is in the description below. But yeah, it's nice and wide, 2 inches, very easy to apply to yourself. And I had my daughter do it to me, and it took her, because she's about to be 8, she doesn't have much finger strength, but if she really tries, she can get that ratchet going. If it was a little bit longer, that'd be better. So she would have more leverage. And if it was metal, that would be better. Well, this is the maritime grade 1. There's also a military grade 1. I don't know what the differences are, but you can check that out. Now, I bought these on sale for $20 a pop. Right now, I believe they're $30 a pop. Any questions on those? Since I have it out, I wanted to show everyone that. Let's see. Richard said, can you put it on with warm baby oil being squirted on your arm to simulate the blood? I thought you just want to squirt baby oil over me. Yeah, we should do a video where we do that. That'd be good to do it with all the tourniquets. I haven't tried that yet, but that actually would be a great way to test it. I was also thinking about going in my buddy's pool and putting on all the tourniquets underwater too, because I figure it'll be slippery then. And then Max said, the best part is you don't lose compression by having to stop rationing to shoot someone in the face. Yeah, that's true too. What are these things? Explain how these are made.
Those are the energy ball bite things.
Okay, explain how they're made.
Okay, it's just almond butter, coconut oil, a little bit of honey, oats. I throw in flaxseed just for the health benefits, and just a little bit of chocolate chips. And you just mix it together, and that's it.
They're super good.
Super healthy. Super nutritious. Mm-hmm. Like if you're gonna have a sweet snack, it's the way to go.
Oh, we have to bring those. I thought you were talking about the tourniquet. We will, because I'm gonna want some. She didn't sign me up with any food when I went to Tactical Response. I think she was hoping I was starved to death.
You just it was planned, but then I didn't even realize you were leaving until that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ashley doesn't love me anymore.
No, I do.
Now, all right. So, people watching in the future, Omna Tourniquet is cool. Now, newest generation cat tourniquets with, I think Gen 7s right now. Get those. Get recon tourniquets if you can find them, the newest generation, but they're not allowed to make them anymore. But if you find them, just buy them. Rats tourniquets, no matter what people say, they do work. You just get training, okay? Get training from someone who teaches how to use those. Go take a media action medical or one of my classes. I'll show you how to use it. And then TK4s are okay. I don't really like them. And there are some others, but I don't really get into too many others. But yeah, that need tourniquets, guys. And you should have 2 practice ones and the rest stay brand new. 2 practice ones. So you can practice, put one on, put another one on, if that one failed or something. Jordan asks, carrying a red dot with your carry pistol yet? Not yet. I put it on. Wow. You guys are fucking absurd.
Look at the face she's making. No, she doesn't.
Sorry about the baby noise in the back. But not carrying it on my EDC yet. I need to torque it down correctly to the specs. I need to learn my holds with it, but I did get a Glock 45 MOS, C&H Precision, Mill LEO V4 plate. I think that's what it's called, with the rear sight. And that is a .285 height. And so I got the .285 Ameriglow non-tritium front. And that I would just buy the full set on Amazon for $40 because you'll get it with Prime. You'll get it faster than I got it by buying it from Ameriglow's website. I only saved $10. And then I got the Holosun 509T X2 in red. I'm not a fan of the green dots. I know that was a lot of people's jam when it came out, but like number one, I always thought green was a gimmick. I just figured it was. I'm not really basing that off of much, but it was kind of like I saw a lot of like cheap brands putting out green, and then people are like, your eye picks it up better. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Red's been working fine forever. But the thing with green is at night, what we found, I believe it's because green is a different wavelength. Your eye only picks up certain wavelengths, and green is a different one, but it's brighter. So if you have a green red dot, you can turn that bitch down really far. This is what I found on Jerry's pistols. But you turn that down really far, and you have a target 15 yards away from you. Both eyes open. You can see the target. Put that dot on there, and the dot's barely visible. It's still so bright you can't see the target anymore. So I want to be able to shoot just off the ambient light. And this is where, too, people will say, like, oh, you don't need tritium sights. It's just a gimmick because you're going to use a white light anyways. Yeah, like you should have positive identification. But, like, if you see on your security system or, like, you see out the window a bunch of dudes with machetes coming inside your house, and then you see down the hallway the silhouette of a dude with a machete, you know, you don't necessarily need the white light at that point. Yeah, and that's just a made-up thing, but there are times where you don't necessarily need a white light. You should always have it, but you don't necessarily need to shine it on the silhouette of the guy with the machete. I'm finally, let's see. But yeah, I'm not carrying it yet. I plan on it. I've been practicing with it, lots of dry practice with it. I shot it the other day. I fucking loved it. It's like, it's just so much more surgical than irons. And especially to me, I think the fact that I have shit vision and I'm farsighted, I think the dot is going to help me out a ton, but I haven't got a chance to really put it through its paces. I'm taking Russin's class at the end of the month on the 30th in St. Augustine. So I'm going to learn a lot there, and we're going to be shooting at night too. But I think I'm gonna really like the dot. Max said, I don't blame her. She may love you, but she doesn't have to like you. Wow. I'm the one who puts up with her, man. I don't know.
No,
what you're talking
I'm so nice to you.
No way.
And you
make weird noises when you eat.
Hey. No, I don't.
Max said, I am finally having to retire the orange Gen 3 Recon Tourniquet I have carried for, I think, 2 years. Why? What happened to it? Did Velcro wear out? Or did you practice with it? Or what? What's up? Richard said, big dots. Enough said. For irons, I totally agree. Big dots are fucking awesome. There's still some other irons I've been wanting to test out to see if I really like them and see if there's a difference in precision. But as far as like stress and shooting people, big dots are awesome. Even like we were doing called Ultimate Shot Timer. We're just drawing on each other and shoot each other with airsoft guns in my garage, and not force on force strain, just see who can get the hit faster. With normal ass sights, it's so much harder to pick them up when you're trying to go fast than with big dots. Jordan, nice. I still want to look through one of those 509s. Heard good things. Yeah. So 509s enclosed. That's my main thing. Enclosed, and I wanted that specific reticle. Or at the option between just a 2 MOA dot or just the 32 MOA circle or dot with circle. Was it fucking Lewis at Tactical Response has been using just the circle, and I've been playing with that, and I like that too. And I was able to make good, clean surgical headshots when I had a chance to in between drills at my class the other day. But yeah, it's enclosed. I don't like the open optics because we had open optics, the old RMRs when I was in the Marine Corps. You get a little bit of dust in them and they don't work anymore. So I just don't like that. You know, I don't want it to be where if I stumble into the mud, I have to dig it out. You know, I want to be able to just wipe it off real quick and get back to work. You know, open optics work great when you don't stumble and eat shit, but I want them all enclosed. Colostomy bag. I would laugh.
Such a good name.
I know, right? The colostomy bag is here. Keep that television entertainment friendly by turning it off. Yes.
I say that all the time.
You guys like my shirt, by the way? A guy didn't like it recently.
Ask if they like my shirt.
Oh yeah. So can you see that? Hang on.
See, I can't even see.
Okay.
No,
So
you can't even read
it says
it.
MILF. Man, I love flamingos. That's from Florida Ma'am. My very first students, and one of our good friends, Charlotte. What's her name on Instagram?
The Vagabond Vixen or something like that.
Vagabond Vixen, or search Florida Ma'am.
Yeah, look up her company, not her.
Yeah, buy her shit. They make baby clothes too. All her shit is awesome. Actually, maybe instead of sending them, because we just have to send them a gift, maybe we should just buy a shitload of their product and rep their shit.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be better.
I just bought this shirt.
Mm-hmm. Jordan said, good point. Thank you. Max said, starting, goddamn. Sorry. Fuck. I was getting in the back of my throat. It makes me cough. All right. Starting to eliminate the stitching is giving out on the one side. I have never agreed with the idea of not practicing with everyone you carry. I want to know everything I know works. Yeah. We just, they wear out when you use them. Colostomy bag. I did. So if you're gonna practice with, if you're gonna do it with, see if the one you are carrying works. I would only try it like a couple of times, and then just not fuck with it again if you're gonna do that. Colostomy bag. I had the big dots on my G19. Shot 1,500 rounds with them and went to Heine straight eights. They're much more precise, not as fast. Yep. Take the fight at Tactical Response. You'll use big dots there. You'll see kind of what we're talking about. It's so easy to get them on target and use them as like a analog red dot. Can I get one of those baby wipes, babe? I got chocolate all over my fingers.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, it looks like I changed the diaper. So here. Perfect.
Did they see that? Ask if they saw that.
All right, so.
Tell them I'm far away too. I'm not even.
You're not far away.
Yes, I am. We're throwing a baby wipe. I am.
God, those things are so good. But yeah, all the weird positions, doing the weird shit, being dizzy, moving. Big dots are great. And if you think of it as an analog red dot, like you focus on the target and you just see that big dot on it, you just see it. Very nice. I think for irons, defense, or fighting purposes, big dots are great. Now, let's start talking about flashlights, guys. Post in the comments what flashlights you carry. I'd like to know. I'll talk about a couple things with flashlights before we get started. Now, thinking about what I look for in a flashlight, number one, quality, of course. Number two is controls. Okay. I want momentary on. That's where you press on, it turns on. I let go, it turns off. There's some lights where you have to press it once and it's like, oh shit. Babe, where are my pants at?
I don't know. Why are you wearing pants?
I'm wearing shorts.
Are wearing shorts.
They're right there. Can you grab my flashlight out the back pocket there? There's some lights where you press it once and it's dim, and then you have to press it again real fast and it'll be bright. I hate that. I fucking hate that. My buddy Casey. What? In the back pocket?
Oh, you're on crack.
I'm not on crack. You're on crack. Okay. Well, anyways, my buddy Casey had a Surefire that you had to press it twice to get it bright. I fucking hated it when you use it in the fight. And even just try dry practicing with that, you'll hate it too. The other thing I don't like is like on the EDCL2-T, which is the one I'm looking for right now. It's like you press in a little bit and it's 5 lumens. You press in more, then it goes to 1200. I want it to just go to that one brightness right away. I want it bright as fuck right when I need it if it's a fighting light. If it's your second light, it can do other stuff, but even then you kind of want the same thing going. So for instance, with this Surefire Tactician, it's like you can adjust it so that it's the 800 lumens, or let me see, let me get that. How do you fucking do that thing? Well, anyways, it can go to 5 lumens too. Let me see, is it right here? Yeah. So if I twist this end, I can get it to be 5 lumens, right? If I twist it in all the way, then it's 800. So I loosen the bezel, 5 lumen. If I tighten it all the way, then it's 800. And then if I need this to go to constant on, I twist this in all the way. I think that the Tactician has the best controls. But anyways, I want quality, number one. Number two, I want the controls to be good. I don't like clicky ones at all. But I will show you one clicky one that actually works pretty damn good that I'm not real upset with at all. Yeah, I need that light, and I'll show them the thing I made for it too. Just check on that table. I might put it right there. But yeah, so if the thing with that is like if you're coming around cover, like you want to be able to just press on, let go, and it goes off. Well, yeah, I'll need that, but I need the handheld. It has the bungee thing on it. The annoying thing with a clicky one is you'd be like, oh, but you just have to push it in hard for it to click. But like, it's very easy to fuck that up and press it in too hard when you don't want to. Kind of same thing with a lot of lights that have strobes, like the Streamlight TLR1 is the one I'm most familiar with. I don't really like those, but whenever I didn't want to strobe and I was trying to use a momentary, it would strobe. Whenever I was trying to get it to strobe, then it would probably just go momentary. Okay, so I found that to be very irritating. I just like the Tactician has the best controls in my opinion. And even as far as being able to twist this and it goes constant on, I'm going to go to the hardware store and I'm going to get a thingy, like a, what do you call them? Goddamn, a washer or something to put right there so that it can't go to constant on. I like the fighting lights to just be momentary only. But so quality, controls. Then next is lumens. I want as bright as possible. And we could even kind of just consider beam pattern and candela next. So some people like a real tight beam pattern. whenever I see that, I don't really see them explain why, but I like big wide beam pattern, so I can make it like daylight over there. Okay, and I can see everything over there. And then we got the hot spot in the middle, and the corona around it, right? The hot spot. And we're thinking about candela. High candela, I really like. It allows you to see stuff further away. You'll see some lights are lower lumen, but very high candela, and that like for weapon mount lights specifically, like Surefire Scouts or Powertac has one that's a really high candela, but it's a lower lumen. It just allows you to identify stuff further away, and it's also better blinding power. So I like high candela. I like that middle hotspot to be super, super bright. So if you shine in their face, it's gonna make them flinch away more. It's gonna ruin their night vision more, and you can do that further away. One thing you can do to just see kind of what it feels like is just give your flashlight to your friend and just walk down the street. Probably start furthest away and have them do all your lights right there, like down the block, and then bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. You can see which each one actually feels like. But that's where I found I like the high candela. And after that, I like rechargeable. I like rechargeable batteries. I've been using the Surefire rechargeable CR123As. I think they're, anyways, the Surefire rechargeable CR123s. Those are pretty damn nice as far as I've seen. If you look at the specs on them compared to like some of the specs of the ones you can get on Amazon, the Surefire ones are just better. And I feel like I can trust it more if it's a Surefire. Now I think there's 1650 somethings that you could put in. That's basically, I believe they have them where it's like two CR123s in there. But other than that, just the regular CR123s work fine. Now, again, the other lights, they have this 650s, and that's like what comes on these Powertacs, and they hold more power. They last longer. Let's see, what is that? Trying to remember these names kind of screws me up. Yeah, 650s. The big ass battery right there. Okay. Those are nice too for rechargeable ones. It's just being able to just recharge it at the end of the night, so you don't have to remember to keep a shitload of batteries stocked. Maybe you want to buy new rechargeable batteries every year or something. I don't know. I've just started using them, but I like the rechargeable ones. Now, let's see. I'm going to read a couple comments. Started with Surgicon Iron, switched to big dots after me Action Medical, then ran the big dots in the fight and was convinced, and then shot them through fighting pistol the second time. They are the shit. Yeah, they're awesome. The one thing that I want to really dial in is like 15 yards out to 50. What are my holds with the big dots on an 8-inch piece of steel, simulating a headshot, like a dude only putting his head out from cover, or just when I need to dial in a little bit more precision? That's the one thing with the big dots that I'm not quite sure of. Will I ever have to do that? I don't really think so, but it's something I want to know exactly what my holds are. But as far as hitting a dude and just hitting a dude anywhere surgically inside 15 yards, very easy to do with big dots. And then hitting combat effective inside 25, super easy to do with big dots. And especially using them at night, they're fucking awesome with that luminescent paint. Now, Jordan, been slacking with flashlight, just been using my Surefire Sidekick keychain light. It is awesome for utility stuff. Yeah, and that's one thing I do want to start getting is some keychain lights. There's a lot of ones on Amazon. They're like $20 to $40 that can be 500 to 750 lumens, and they're rechargeable too. And then there's that Surefire one also. It's less lumens, but it's a Surefire one, so it's gonna be good. Should be good. Max said, I carry the Stiletto and the Tactician and a headlamp in my ankle first aid kit. Right on. great combo right there. And the headlamp for medical, definitely. You should have headlamps in all your medical kits. I want to find out what the best headlamp is. I'm not sure. I've been more worried about fighting lights and stuff. Richard said, shorts, I'm supporting my brand new multicam kilt from 511 today, or sporting my brand new multicam kilt from 511. Right on. But all right, so now let's talk about a couple of flashlights. So first off, one of the best controls that I found is the Tactician. Like I said, you undo the bezel and it goes to 5 lumens. Okay, so if you need it to be not so bright, you can do that. Then otherwise 800 lumens. All right, and it's momentary only, and it's a very nice button. Okay, and I am not a fan of doing this grip, the Rogers, I forget. I when I do my night class, I have them written down because I'm bad at remembering names. But I'm not a fan of doing this. But as far as being able to actuate it against your knuckle, I do find this one the easiest to do it with. And then you can twist this to go constant on. Again, I'm just going to put a washer in there so that it doesn't do that. But I love this light. I'm very used to carrying bezel down, so that's the only thing that feels weird to me. Bezel up or bezel down, I don't really care. It's just I kind of started doing that because I had lost another flashlight, an EDCL2-T, carrying bezel up because it just stuck out of my pocket too much. So, you know, it changed the way I do things, but to me it wasn't that big of a deal. It's like I grabbed it out of my pocket a different way. But the Tactician is awesome for the controls, number one. Now, I wish it were brighter, okay? But as far as the size of it is one awesome thing, and it does have a great blinding effect. With that, I think it's the Max Vision head that it has. So it's still a good hotspot, but it's a very, very wide beam pattern. And that's one thing to take into account when you are looking for a light is what the beam pattern is. Now, there's one funny video on YouTube about a guy talking about how I fixed Jaeger's light. He puts a clicky cap on, changes the clip, and puts on like I don't remember if it was a scout head or if it was a I forget that, a 6P head. It was a tighter beam pattern, and he was talking about this way I can click it on and hold the bad guy at gunpoint instead of when I go to twist it on, he's gonna attack me. Like, you shouldn't sit there and hold people at gunpoint, but whatever. Anyways, I always carry 2 lights. Holy fuck, what is that? Oh, we got bugs coming in.
It's the ugly grasshoppers that always get in when we leave the door open. Everyone can see my freak out over bugs. Yeah, those things like live outside our house. They're the ugliest grasshoppers. They're the ugliest grasshoppers you've ever seen in your entire life. They look almost like cockroaches, but they're grasshoppers.
Hey, babe, go talk to them for a second.
Fine, I'll tell them about all the creepy crawlies. See? Okay. Let me tell them the story about why our I can't talk when I'm on camera. It freaks me out. Okay, now I have to tell a story about why we have the doors open. So, oh, no, we talked about this last week, about how the plumber never showed up. Okay, continuing the story. So, okay, backstory for the people who didn't hear it last time.
Plumber never showed up.
Okay, plumber was here Friday. As he's leaving, he's like, still got a few more things to do, but I'll be back Monday. Are you gonna be home Monday? I'm like, yeah, I'm home all day. I'm home Monday. Monday rolls around. We sit home all day. No plumber ever shows up. We were home the whole day. And so then the people who manage the properties come by on the following Friday, and they're like, so did the plumber fix everything? And we're like, nope. And then so we called the plumber all together, and their phone person answered or whatever. And they're like, oh, they're not supposed to be scheduling themselves and letting you know that they'll be here Monday, which also doesn't make any sense because either way, shouldn't the plumber go handle it? Do I need to call the place again as the plumber's leaving? Like, hey, the plumber said he needs to come back. When you want him to come back? No, you think they'd figure that out?
No.
Anyway, the guy on the phone was like, "We'll give you a call Monday so we can schedule another day." Never got a call today, and
the key here is if you're renting, and your landlord's gonna be the one calling, you should probably just go ahead and read Google reviews and recommend someone to him instead of
they have all Google reviews of like the same thing happening to other people. And so anyway, the shower won't stop running, so it's like super humid in the bathroom in our bedroom. So we're trying to leave the doors open to let like the place air out, but then there's a bunch of creepy crawlies outside, so these weird grasshopper cockroach looking things keep getting in, and they're so ugly.
All right, you take care of the baby.
I'm bringing the real content here.
It'd be nice if you talk that easily on the normal video we're trying to record.
That's because I'm ranting.
Anyways, okay, so let's see. Where's your stiletto at? Yeah, you can shut the door. Where's your stiletto at?
Over there, next to the food. I'm moving on.
Oh, okay. So another light we'll talk about is the Surefire Stiletto. I believe Angie's. All right. So, the tactician James Yeager came up with that idea. Okay, and Andy Sanford helped him get it made through Surefire. From what I understand, listen to the podcast with Andy Sanford. They're great. Now, stiletto, like all ladies definitely get this, and honestly. Which one's my favorite? It's still kind of this one in some ways, but the new Powertac is honestly my favorite right now. Best fighting light, though, I would say Tactician. Like if you had to use a light inside, that's the one you want. But stiletto, okay, it's got a momentary button back here. Okay, it's nice and thin. All right, pretty nice to have on your person. Now I've seen some that they've broken over time. I've seen 2 pictures of broken ones. Okay. But it's rechargeable. Micro USB, I think that is. Anyway, it looks like that. And then it's got a click button for low, medium, high. Okay. And then if you hold it down, if you hit 1, 2, 3, it'll start strobing. Okay. Hope you're not epileptic. But great handy little light. So like Max was saying, he carries these 2 plus a headlamp. Okay, that's an awesome way to do it. Now, another one I'll show you, and I think this is it for Surefire with momentary buttons that you can buy right now. But this is the EDCL2-T. All right, and it goes, press in a little bit, 5, then 1200. So I like the brightness on this. The beam pattern is just fine too. I just wish it didn't go to 5. Now, one thing, I'll do a video on it later, but went to the hardware store. I couldn't get washers, but where I think I call it like snap rings or something. I got 2 of those and put them on, and it keeps it from going to constant on, getting twisted on in my pocket. That's a problem that I've had many times where my light goes to constant on, and when I go to use it, it's out. Okay. And again, if you have that, like I'd rather lose the capability of constant on and know I'll have fully charged batteries than have the ability to go constant on. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this thing real quick. This is a product I'll put out there. It's not going to be crazy expensive or anything, but it's a very simple thing where you have a shock cord, okay? And it is attached. This is a prototype one. It's super fucking tight. But it's attached with 2-inch elastic. Now, if you wanted to keep that from never being able to slide around, just put a couple of drops of E6000 glue underneath it. It'll hold it in place. But now, the thing with this is like Yeager's got his flashlight trick where he puts it around his hand. So this allows you to do that, but other stuff too. Now, I just took it apart by taking this thing off like an asshole. But you got the cord lock right there, right? So you can put this around, use the cord lock. And if you want to do it Yeager's way, just grab one of them, pull a whole bunch out, okay, then you can put it around your hand and it allows it to go really low in your hand, but you'll retain it, okay? So if you're holding a flashlight like this, you'll retain it. And then if you go to a reload or something, it's not going to get on the ejection port side when you go to rack it, okay? The other way, at first it was funny because I was at Tactical Response. Don Edwards had just done a class there, a low light class, and he was using a key ring on an O-ring, and so just a key ring on an O-ring, and the key ring would hang off there. The O-ring would be around the light, and it was funny because I went to my knife fighting class. I was showing the guys this, and my instructor was like, "Oh, we used to do a key ring on an O-ring," and I was like, "Why the fuck did I not hear about this from you then? Why did I have to hear about it from other guys later? Like, you should have told me about that because that's cool, and I'm a flashlight nerd." But so anyway, so that can allow you to wear around your ring finger. So now I've been liking this, and I've been doing a lot of practice with it, just holding it in a cigar type way. So you could have it, you know, you can still neck index it, FBI it, you can still do a Harry's, but it's just going to be a little bit different. Okay. And go on either side, depending on what side of cover you're coming off of. But then if I go to do a reload, it's just retained, it's tight around my finger, and I can leave it right there. Or if I really want to, I can swing it around like that and do my reload like that, or clear my malfunction or whatever. Another method that, again, another instructor I trained with, George at Blue Line Firearms Training, he was talking about how they do it like this and how he had trained with Kyle Lamb and learned it like that. And I was like, when you trained with Kyle Lamb? Like, he never even told me about it. But so it was a little bit harder to do with this, like, because it's much longer. So EDCL2-T and Surefire Tactician. This one's much longer. The second one I bought because I lost because it's so long it fell out of my pocket. But anyways, you can hold it like this and just hit the light like that. Okay, so that's another method, and then you can transfer over to your grip if you want to go two-handed on the pistol, just like that. If you're holding it like this, you could also transfer over onto the pistol like that, but whatever you want. I feel I kind of like this just because I have better control over hitting the button and the direction the beam is being pointed, as opposed to if it's over my knuckles like that. But whichever you want to use. Yeah, Max, I'm gonna bring some of these up to Prepare Patriot, because I want everyone to go, oh shit, that's cool. I want that on my light. I might even have the opportunity to send some to Tactical Response. So if you're there, you can go ahead and check them out there. I'll for sure send them some to the instructors. Whether or not they'll use them, I don't know, but I'm a big fan of this. I'm also going to experiment with it, see if it would work to mount it to kind of jerry rig it to your rifle, but I'm not sure. It's not as a good way to do it, but as a possible way to do it. Now, so that's the EDCL2-T. So I think you could fight with any of them, okay, because they all got the momentary. But Tactician, I like this the best for the controls, okay? Like this one the best because it's easily recharged, and for task light, everyday carry task light, this is awesome. And then I like this one best for the beam pattern. The thing I don't like about it is it's so long that I've lost one before, and that really hurts when you lose a Surefire. But also that it goes to 5 and then 1200. And when I did the low light class, I was seeing another guy had the same issue that I was initially having. I kind of got past it, so I just jam it into the 1200, but it's still easy to do where you just shine a little bit. I mean, maybe you could use that to your advantage somehow, but I like it better if I just press it and it does one thing. Okay, so those are the Surefires. Last one I want to talk about, X300s. So weapon mounted light. Now, the problem with the X300 is that if you buy it, you have to look for a holster more. And I'm trying to keep my GAT off camera so I can keep this live stream on. But Surefire X300U. And I got the one where you do that and it comes off and on. Now you have to switch out the plate depending on what gun you're putting it on. Read their stuff about it. I don't want to explain it. This is my older one. It's a 500 lumen. This is 1,000 lumen. Get the brightest one. Sometimes people will talk about, how bright something is and be like, oh, you don't want it that bright. You'll blind yourself. Well, usually if you blind yourself, it's your fault. Okay. Just take low light training. There's a lot of good stuff on the internet. I'll probably put some videos on it too. But the controls on this are awesome. Okay. So it's either up or down on these switches for constant on. And if you press in on either side, it's momentary. Okay. So if I'm holding it, if it's on my gun, it's on a live stream, so I can't have my gat on here. But if it's on my gun and I'm operating with my left hand, I'll flick it down to turn it on, and then I'll come up here and I'll hit it with just that part of my hand to turn it off, just like that. Okay. That way I don't overdo it and flip it all the way up again. Okay. I found it is very difficult to shoot with momentary and have it not go constant on. So when I'm shooting, I just throw it on. Okay. Or I at least anticipate it going constant on. Searching and stuff, you can use the momentary, but I just anticipate it using constant on. Now, one thing Jerry showed me at Tactical Response, or he told me about it, and I got it. I'm trying it out. I'm not 100% into it yet because I still have too many light NDs where I'm like, hey, if I was trying to be sneaky with my gun, if I'm doing a tight grip, I always actuate it. But this is a momentary switch. It's called the DG switch, and it just replaces this whole unit on the back, and it goes underneath the trigger guard. And when you press in with your middle finger, it turns on. Now, for myself, it's difficult to use and not actuate the button. So I've been finding it gives me a weird grip and stuff. However, I will say if you're using Glock with finger grooves, it's easier. Okay. But with a Gen 5, especially a 19, where you don't have much, and I tend to squeeze in, I kind of torque with my pinky, right? And then these two fingers squeeze in, and I'm trying to drive my hand high up into the gun. Talk about the nuances of the grip of the right hand. I find that I end up actuating this a lot, but with the finger grooves, it's not as bad. But without finger grooves, it's a lot harder. But this is a DG switch, they're like $100. Okay. I'm not 100% into it yet. Maybe I'll like it more in the future, but that's another thing. Weapon mount light. There's a couple more that are coming out. I'm not a fan of the streamlights. The switches, you're definitely gonna have like NDs with streamlights. Like even some guys have them just coming out of the holster and stuff. All the time I see whenever someone has a streamlight, TLR1 and shit like that, they're always on. And I don't know. The thing about trying one of the smaller ones for the G43 and trying that out. One of my students has it on his shield. But then again, Tactical Response breaks them all the time. So I don't know if I really want to trust it. Let's see. Will you be at Camden this weekend? No, I'm not. I'm in Florida. I wanted to be there right now for the shotgun class, but I couldn't really swing it. I want that light, but man, when it double price for 200, whoa, I chose to go with Train. Yep. Oh, which one are you talking about? Or let's see. Max said, Richard, do you mean the Stiletto? There's a Stiletto, this one, and the Stiletto Pro. This is a 600 lumen, which is fine. Now the beam on this too, there's still a hot spot. You can still shine the middle at someone's face and you'll get hit with a hot spot. But the whole thing, the whole beam pattern is bright. Okay. And I'll try to do videos on all these in the future. But the Stiletto Pro is the 1,000 lumen one. This is 600. The Pro is 1,000 lumen, and it's got a metal body. My only thing is I might get one eventually. But my only thing is I don't know if you can program it so the button isn't constant on, but the Stiletto Pro comes where the button back here is constant on. That's my only thing I'm holding back on with it. But these ones are like 115. The Stiletto Pro is 200. Richard said the Tactician. Oh yeah, they are pretty expensive right now. I think like 170 or something after tax. Yeah, there are 2 versions of the Stiletto. Guy Richard, training is always the right choice. Yep, and that definitely matters. Andrew, are you aware of who is going to be there this weekend? I think it's Masada Ayub, if I'm not wrong. My buddy that I was there with, Reagan, he'll be there for the Masada Ayub class, if that's who you're talking about. But I'm not able to swing it right now. Okay, now let's talk about a couple Powertac lights. Also, so if you have to go get a random light, I was gonna do some videos on these too, whatever that brand is. Quantum, but these are just Harbor Freight lights. Okay, they seem durable. I was thinking about beating the shit out of some of these, and having extra flashlights laying around is always a good thing. So you go in the yard or something, you just use this. Okay, not a fighting light. Okay, it has to be clicked to go on. There's not even like a add pressure. It's like I have to click, and now it's on. Okay, not a fighting light, but you know, if you need a flashlight real quick, you can always grab one of those. Now, 2 Powertacs. I'm gonna show you first the brighter one, and then I'll show you my favorite one. Okay, so this is the fucking E9R-G4. Okay, James Yeager did a video on this. Okay, it's the one where if you hold this button down, it starts strobing. So you're getting ready for a strobe right now. Okay, I'll do a video on this in the future, and then it is a clicky type. But the trick with these Powertacs I found, because it's like you press in a little bit and it will go constant on. So if you're trying to do momentary, or excuse me, if you press in a little bit, it goes momentary. But the trick is, if you're trying to do momentary only with these, put your thumb kind of across all the metal back here so that it's harder to press in all the way, right? So I'm just kind of pressing with this part of my thumb. And if I do that really hard, I'd have to like change the angle of my thumb to actually click it in. So if you're trying to use this as momentary, put your thumb over all the metal back there and you can work it. Okay. Now this is a 2,500 lumen light. All right. It runs on a 650 battery. So that wide, long rechargeable battery I talked about. It's got a magnetic charger. So you just have that plugged into your USB thing, put it on there. Okay. One thing they talked about is for cops, that's really good. Because you know, you could have it on your holster on your kit and then have it charging your car and gotta chase someone, whatever, get out of your car and it just disconnects on its own. It won't break anything. It's just a magnet one. Now with these, you can adjust the brightness by turning it on and then hitting that strobe button. So we go to less than one lumen. Okay, right there. And then it gets brighter, and then goes back. Okay. So like right here, I can feel the heat with that 2,500 lumen. All right. Great light. One thing I don't like is the bezel sharp. So something James talks about is, you know, you hit someone with that, you're going to get a bunch of AIDS blood on you or something. Bad day. Okay. But great light. Now, show you the sides of that. Okay. So here's the Tactician next to it. All right. Now, here is the EDCL2-T, that super long one. This is the second one I bought, but I'm glad I did. I actually used this to make a weirdo fuck off one time. Shined it in stupid face and he left. But now I'll show you actually probably my favorite light right now. And this is the M5 G2. Okay. A little bit smaller. Okay. Still got that magnetic charger. I'm not sure if this charger will charge this light, but whatever. They run on the same battery. Now, comparable size to the Tactician, okay? And so this is the first one was 2,500 lumen. This is 2,000 lumen, but this has a higher candela, so it's got a brighter hotspot. Now, 2,000 lumens, okay? Like, that's really bright. This light is brighter than all the Surefires, brighter than the Tactician, the Stiletto, and the EDCL2-T. But this one, the thing I really like about it, again, because I want quality number one, then I want controls number two, is this one is like hard to click it on. It's like I have to hit it right there center in the middle. And I gave it to my daughter, Hadley, and she was not able to click this on one-handed, to kind of give you a reference point. Now I have the earlier version of this on my AK, the M5. This is the M5 G2. That's one I'm telling you to buy. And the M5 on my AK is still working fine. And I put it on there because I figured if any of my guns are gonna break it, it's gonna be the AK. But yeah, so things I like about this. The bezel doesn't have sharp stuff on it. Okay, it's not meant to be a thing to cut people with necessarily. A little bit smaller. Okay, but the button, I really like that button. Like, yeah, you could still accidentally click in, but it's like if you feel it, you'll see what I mean. And again, if you throw your thumb over the whole thing back there, it is very easy to just run the momentary, okay? Now, same thing with this too. It has a button to adjust the brightness. So we are in the turbo mode, 2,000 lumen, and then we go to Firefly, which is below 1 lumen, okay? And then hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button again, and that's the brightest setting right there. Okay. So this is no shit like my favorite light. Now I bought, and here's the other thing. Use discount code Jaeger right now, 40% off. Okay. We just bought this for Ashley's brother, and I think it came out to like $50 with free shipping inside the United States. This is out also cheaper than this one. Okay. So if you want the strobe thing with the button to make a strobe, you can get this one. I don't really care about that. Plus, you can just go, like, it's strobing now, just hitting the momentary. Okay. But even though it's less lumens, it's more candela. So that hot spot hits you harder. Okay. Like if you shine in someone's face. I like that. But yeah, I'll do videos on all these in the future. Also, it's got a good clip on there. They're sponsors of Tactical Response, so that's cool. They were talking about doing a giveaway. One thing I really want from Powertac is I want their weapon mount light for the rifle. That thing looks badass, and the fucking candela on that is insane. I also hope they make something just like an X300. I hope they make something just like an X300, and I hope they make one that fits in X300 holsters and one that fits in TLR1 holsters, because it's easier to get TLR1 holster. But I don't want to buy new holsters. But yeah. Now, one other thing I want to mention. So my friend Casey Kemp, who's on here often, but apparently not tonight. He doesn't like me anymore. He made me a holster. We're working on getting some Glock 19 or 17 with X300 holsters made, but I've been using the NSR one. We're trying to perfect those right now. Okay. He just gave me one, and I'm going to give him notes on, but I'm using the NSR. Pretty damn good. I like it a lot. Definitely high quality. No, the one complaint I got is just it's a little bit annoying trying to get my full grip on it, okay, compared to my old school Bravo concealment one when they were still making them out of Kydex. But I mean, it comes with soft loops. Love that. Okay, this wing is great, and this is the I think a Ragnarok. No, that's T-Rex. Roland Special holster. Okay. It's pretty damn good. It's very comfortable, to say the least. Okay. I do have to say Casey's holster is more comfortable. We're just working on a couple other things, and I want it to be perfect before I show it to you guys. Let's see. Oh, fuck, babe. I really should go to a tactical response this weekend.
Why?
Chris Costa is going to be there. Such, another YouTube channel. Mac from Military Arms Channel, and 3 others. I don't know who the 3 others are, but
I mean, if you want to.
yeah, well, it's fighting pistol again.
Uh-huh.
Like I'd like to. Well, then again, if I'm going to meet Chris Costa, I should just meet him in one of his classes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if he hadn't moved out of Florida,
Where's he at now?
like Wyoming, I think.
Oh,
It's got to be a great place to live, especially a lot cheaper to get land and stuff. I wish he was still here.
yeah.
Fucking Trey met him. He was skydiving.
Oh wow.
Just a little bit away from Aries. Richard said, I went with the E9R. E9R-G4. Maybe that's a 6. I'm just blind as shit. I'm sorry. I guess I have to update that in the description, or just comment on it. As a daily use, keeping the stilettos charged for events. Right on. Yeah, that's a great way to go. Max said, hey, bro, I'm out for the night. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. We'll see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Jordan, thanks for the info tonight. I'm out. All right, guys. Well, seems like everyone wants to get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I seriously appreciate it. It was great being with you guys here. If you have friends who are wondering about flashlights, please send them to this video. That's a great reference point on some cool lights. We'll do, baby, stop. Make her happy. But we'll do some videos on the different lights. I want Powertac to sponsor me. I really do. But thank you guys for watching. Remember that Alex Jones was right. Remember that. Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. All right. Remember that Alex Jones was right. Keep fighting communism. Remember that training saves lives. Thanks for watching.